By its mitzvahs we abide, brightening our lives and showing us the proper way. So if you're living with the times, making sure your daily life's divine, yeah, you gotta watch Rabbi Benny's Torah videos today. A true story that just happened. I called a rabbi's house yesterday, and when the phone was answered and I heard the voice, I was like, "Hi, is this the Rebbitzin?" And the voice answers, "No, this is her son." After making the blessing on my foot, I quietly put it in my mouth. Welcome to the Kabo Jewish Center's video blog, the Torah portion of Bo. No, Kinderlach. Bo, the Hebrew word bow.
Oh, bow.
In this week's Torah portion, we read about the last 3 plagues to hit the Egyptians and the final and long-awaited exodus from bitter enslavement. Let us quickly summarize. In plague number 7, locusts consumed the leftover crops and whatever was left of the Egyptian economy, but Pharaoh still chose to play silly games with Moses. Okay, alright, Moses. Take the Jews. No, that's fine. You can take the Jews and go. Ha! I said take the schnews and go. Okay, no, seriously now, go. I'm just kidding. Come on, Moses, don't leave me hanging. Aaron? The 9th plague was darkness. I don't know about you, but the next time I forget to pay our electric bill, I'm so using that with my wife.
Honey, did you pay the bill?
What? Yeah. It must be like a plague of darkness or something.
It's already been 3 weeks.
And then, finally, God prepares Moses and Egypt for the 10th and final plague. The death of the firstborn. Every Egyptian firstborn is killed at midnight, whereupon Pharaoh runs through the streets shouting for the Jewish people to get out and quit. It is on this historic night that millions of slaves are thrown out of their oppressed land in only a few short hours. They don't even have enough time for their dough to rise, so instead matzah bakes on their backs. I think it was like the only time in history that we Jews left quickly and on schedule. Ever since then, we've been taking revenge by being as slow and as late as possible. In fact, this video is being uploaded 3 days late. But let us look at one detail of the Torah portion. In preparing for the final plague, God commands the Jewish people to do several weird rituals, one of which is to take a sheep, tie it to the bedpost for 3 days, then kill it, roast it, and eat it as a paschal offering. Now, tying a sheep to their beds was no simple job in those days. The Egyptian people worshipped sheep as a god, so essentially the Jewish people were commanded to take that which was most sacred to their evil oppressors and sacrifice it to holiness. Such an act, no doubt, would be considered very dangerous and required heavy kishkas and guts to accomplish. Of course, the Jewish people followed the command immediately, showing the world that they were ready to break free of their Egyptian enslavement on both a physical as well as spiritual and emotional level. They willingly took this Egyptian deity and told their Egyptian neighbors that in 3 days' time, we will kill and eat this animal while your firstborn will die at the hands of the true Almighty God. Okay, so they proved that they were not anymore under Egyptian influence and they were free to follow God's instructions. But why 3 days? Why did the Jewish people need to hold a sheep at their bedside for so long? If anything, it must have been so annoying. Would you stop? I'm trying to sleep! Perhaps one reason the Jewish people had to hold on to those sheep for so long was precisely because that's what schlepped them out of the slave mentality and readied them for freedom. Huh? You see, after 9 miraculous plagues, the Jewish people were totally inspired of their imminent freedom. There was passion and excitement in the air as they prepared to leave over 200 years of Egyptian exile behind. But the question still remained. How true is this excitement and freedom? Is this inspiration only temporary and will wither away at any given moment? Or could these feelings of love to God withstand the tests of time and maintain their power throughout? To ask the Jewish people to take a sheep and slaughter it immediately would be easy. While the Jewish people were still high from inspiration, following a quick request of God was a piece of cake. But if God asked them to hold on to the sheep for 3 days, could the Jewish people hang in there and complete the mission? You could be sure that at the beginning it was easy. Oh, isn't he so cute? Let's name him Butternut Fluff.
Butternut Fluff?
But as they slept overnight and relaxed a bit, they certainly began to foster doubts about what they were doing. Taking the God of their evil rulers whom they suffered so much under, what kind of crazy idea was this? And then holding on to it for another day and night for 3 whole days. That is impressive. And that proved that the Jewish people were ready to break free of their Egyptian enslavement for a long time. So many times in our own lives, we feel a rush of inspiration come through us and we make promises to better our lives and break free of bad habits and limitations. Yet far too often, after just a short time passes and the inspiration relaxes, so do the resolutions and promises. We find it so difficult to maintain and push forward with acting better when the day has passed and the fire stopped flickering. This applies both on a physical as well as a spiritual level. How many people go to synagogue and make promises to be better people, yet as soon as the services conclude, the promises disappear as quickly as Sonia's apple kugel? It's just that delicious! To really break free of our Egypt, we need to maintain our commitments. Let us push forward with our practice in Torah and mitzvot even if the inspiration is gone. And then we will be well on our way to breaking free of our Egyptian limitations. Shabbat Shalom, and have an awesome week.